have vision trouble? Vision for the future of your country? Is your American spirit waning? Have you lost that zip of patriotism? Do you feel a loss of strength? American strength? Well, I got great news for you. Dr. Sam, known by his nieces and nephews as Uncle Sam, has rediscovered a 240-year-old tonic that was first created by a consortium of very wise men, often referred to as the Founding Fathers. The content of this bottle is blessed by God. It guarantees freedom for you and your children and your children's children, etc. The magic in this container offers and guarantees life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Come or go, be drunk or sober, however you choose. Fair taxation with representation. The product worked over 240 years ago, and if we constantly remind ourselves and one another of the bottle's content, we'll live free today and beyond. Here's to a better, stronger America. As you've already ascertained, the content of the bottle is a copy of the United States Constitution, the second greatest document in our nation, only behind the Bible. We sell our bottles there, and then we also discovered that children know nothing about our American history. This really bothered me, so I woke up one night with an epiphany. We created Dr. Sam's Great American Coloring Book. Starts with the Declaration of Independence, and it goes chronologically through to the space shuttle. There's a paragraph of history with each picture, and it's designed to be interactive with a parent or a loved one. And I did all that and had our wagon, and we needed to do something else, so we started a new TV show. And it's Dr. Sam's America. How many of y'all remember Huell Hauser? Oh yeah, well this is kind of a redneck Huell Hauser. We're faith-based, God, family, country, and patriotism. And we're going to be visiting small towns across America looking for folks just like us that we want to share their stories. So if you'd like to step up here, I'll give you some great information you can take with you. And I thank you so much for your attention.
Well, here I am in Bishop, California at the Mule Days celebration in the fairgrounds here. And they've got everything you can imagine to outfit a mule for any project, any adventure. Everything from clothing to halters to leads to whatever you can imagine that you'd need for your adventure with your packing mule. Here's another collection of all types of saddle, leather gear, chaps, absolutely everything you need. Well, they got gold painting here for the kids, and they've got a musical mules going on. It's like musical chairs, only with riding mules around the corral. So there's something here to interest everyone. Well, I guess instead of grabbing a chair, you grab the spot. Then you have to put it back down when your music starts and walk around in circles. The person and the mule that don't have a spot, they're out. It's an interesting game. I've never seen it played this way. They even hold seminars in packing mules properly, balancing the weight, and proper care of your mule. They even have a fishing pond here for fishing events for children to catch themselves a trout. Those all look pretty good size, plate size, at least that big. They look pretty plump. It's all by the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. And we have the Eastern Sierras looking down on us here in the fairgrounds. Still snow-capped. Here's their food court with quite a selection of different foods from different vendors. All good food. Let's go up here to the grandstands and see what there is to see. We're here in the fairgrounds now, watching owners put their mules through the paces. These are all mules. They're being judged on how well they handle them and how well the mule reacts and follows directions. The last mule and owners were from North Carolina, so they come all over to this event once a year. Yeah, they put the mule through the obstacle course, and at the end it backs up.
Has been around a while. Yeah, that's CR Goldie.
Well, let's get back to looking at other things.
344, Raptor up Boomer T, Jim Brumfield.
Well, I just checked on Katie back in the RV with the security camera, and she's just laying there as always, waiting for me to walk in the door. So she's doing fine. I'll just hang out here a little longer, then I'm heading back myself. They have several buildings with all different kinds of vendors, clothing, leatherware, even goodies like homemade fudge of all types. Handmade goods, leather goods, artwork, pottery, all handmade and all mule oriented to celebrate the annual Mule Days here in Bishop, California on Highway 395. Now I'm going to go check out the stables, check out the mules. Mules of all colors. Some even have fancy hairdos. Others get nice coats. This is an example of a donkey bred with a draft horse. You get a draft mule. This thing is huge. Here's his neighbor. These are a couple of big mules. Results of a donkey bred with a draft horse. They even have purebred mules, I guess, is what the equivalent to a AKC dog would be. It's amazing. These are all mules. Mule Days in Bishop, California is a celebration of all the hard work and effort that mules have brought to the taming of the West and the development of the West. They helped the pioneers tame the land and build cities. This takes me back to my youth where I lived out in the country. Once a year the circus would come and set up their three-ring circus in a huge field not far from where I lived at that time. A quiet time, a better time, a more civil time. Well, I think I've seen enough of Mule Days. Wandered through this area and all the exhibits and the barns and stalls for the past couple hours, and it's time to head back home. Checked on Katie. Katie's doing fine, so heading back to Katie. Okay, I'm back at the main entrance of the fairground. They have a building here that talks all about the mules and how they helped build the California LA aqueduct back in the turn of the century. So this is a really nice place. It's been really interesting. It's all mule related, and it's a celebration of the mule and all they've done and benefited the pioneers of the Old West in building towns, cities, major aqueducts for the growing cities. So it's time to head home. Well, we're here in Bishop, California again on Highway 395. and we're at the Highland RV Park here for my second Pleasure Way gathering on this spring trip. And out in front of the office, or behind the office here, they have a little pond, and there's a blue heron or some type of bird of that type just hanging out here. I'm doing a load of road laundry. This is the dog exercise area here, very nice. And once my laundry is done, I'm gonna go back and check on Katie. Got the AC working just fine, no problem. It's about mid 80s today is the forecast. Last night at Tuttle Creek BLM area, boy, the wind was hooting and hollering all night long. Kind of rocked me to sleep. So it's nice and pleasant today so far. Well, this morning I'm using my bundt cake maker from Dash to make individual little bundt cakes. I mixed up some banana nut bread, and I'm carefully spooning amounts into this, and after 9 minutes I end up with little personal bundt cakes of banana nut bread, and it's working out really good. The first one I took out a little too soon, and it was done, but it wasn't finished. So now I'm making them at 9 minutes or so, and they're perfect, coming out moist, delicious. So I'm going to make several of these so everyone at our Pleasure Way gathering here can enjoy their own little miniature bundt cake. Yeah, and I got one that makes individual pies too, about the size of a chicken pot pie. So I'm having fun with my new items. Well, it's been a full day going to the Mule Days County Fair, and came back. We were going to have a chicken dinner potluck, but all of a sudden late in the afternoon the clouds moved in, the wind gusts got really strong, and the forecast changed to rain showers. So the wind and the rain kind of canceled that. So hopefully we can have our chicken dinner together as a group tomorrow or the next night. So got a couple more days here hanging out at this RV resort, and it's nice, but it's a little too rich for my blood. For what this place cost for a couple of days would have filled the tank California price wise 3 times. So anyway, Kate's doing fine, and I'm gonna finish this video off on Mule Days, and I got my second part of my spring trip figured out now. At least I've got an itinerary, an outline of where I plan to go. You'll just have to hang in there and see if we go to the places I'm crossing my fingers we can go. So again, I want to thank everyone that's been sending great comments on our videos and reflections of their memories of these places, and I hope you guys will continue. Our channel is slowly growing. I'm aiming for 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year at least, hopefully more. I don't have any intention of monetizing my channel, because that just makes more pressure on me, the way I see it. I'm just doing this for fun and memories of my retirement, and to show you out there where there are places to go and what there is to see, and that you too can travel to these places, even in a 19-foot little RV with your dog or dogs. So, I think I'll sign off here, and like Kate and I always say, we wish you guys happy trails and woof woof. Catch you later.